Hey besties, welcome back to the Cozy Corner and happy Valentine's Day. It's your girl Jen, and if you're new here, welcome. I'm just a regular old college student at Cal State Dominguez. But if you're not new here, welcome back to the chaos. One day, probably when I graduate college, I will probably change this intro to be a little bit less long, I guess, and a little bit less monotonous. I don't know if you guys if you guys are seeing it on your end, but me, whenever I'm saying welcome back to the Cozy Corner, it's your girl Jen, and if you're new here, blah, 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 I've got it down to a science at this point, and I feel like low key I'm sometimes sounding a little bit monotonous. Let me know if I do sound a little bit monotonous down in the comments, but I will work on this once I graduate in December. So you will have to deal with it for another 10 months. Yeah, exactly. So, with that all being said, I wanted to share with you guys literally the best book that I read, like the best, fluffiest, cute little rom com, not really, but like romance within a fantasy setting. It's just such a fluffy little sapphic romance that is perfect for when you're in between those heavy fantasy reads, heavy, I don't know if you're a dark romance girly, but like those heavy feelings and emotional roller coaster type of books. Like this is literally just a fluffy little romance book, and my cat is chewing on her toes. You guys, I'm sorry. I really wish I could show you this, but she has her foot all the way up in the air and she's munching it. But anyways, with that all being said, Coffee Shop in an Alternate Universe by C.B. Lee. If you haven't followed her on Instagram already, please go do it. I will have it linked up here. She is the author of this book, and I don't know if she's traditionally published or if she's an indie author, but if she is an indie author, spraying your edges, girl. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, purple is my favorite color. So like for this to be sprayed edges and having this like I don't know, this entire book is just really cute, really fluffy, and it definitely shows on the outside. You have the little dragon here. It does play like all the characters, all of the drawings, I guess, on the front cover do play a significant role in the book, whether it's the cat, whether it's the dragon, whether it is the two girls, obviously, in the coffee shop. It all plays a significant role. So let me tell you guys what this is about. So Brenda, little girl Brenda, sorry, she's not little, she's an adult. Okay, listen. I believe they're no, I believe they're high school age. I want to say they're like around 18 years old. Brenda here is trying to apply to college, and actually, really quick plot setup, we're in LA, we're in Los Angeles. And the awesome thing about this book is that it plays in alternate universes. So, what I mean by that is like we have UCLA, we have LA, we have Los Angeles, we have Long Beach, we have Burbank, we have all these cities, but there's two different, there's multiple dimensions laying on top of each other. So, yes, she definitely dives into the whole, I'm not smart enough for this, you guys. Like, any person who's like really into the whole, timelines and alternate universes and like all those things like black holes, NASA, sci-fi, whatever the heck, that's on y'all. I'm so happy for you. I'm never gonna understand that. As long as it makes sense of what I'm reading, which it perfectly does, I'm here for it. So we're essentially following Brenda. She's trying to submit some scholarships for colleges that she's trying to apply to because the girl isn't getting much financial aid. She's struggling and she just wants to be able to make it because she does come from, I believe, totally correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I believe her family is first gen, I want to say, and her family, her mom at least owns like a nail spa, nail salon. She helps out there after school, after her programs, because she's a very, very busy girl. She's president of all the clubs, vice presidents of every other club that she's in, and she's just like she's hustling. Okay, she's hustling. She really wants to. Honestly, I forget what she wants to be, but she wants to go to college and save the fucking world. And of course, the girl is on point because yeah, honestly, ecology and not ecology, sorry, climate change and the fucking world sucks right now. So if she has this, how many steps is it? 19 steps. I'm so sorry. Why the fuck was it hard to freaking read on this page? But anyway, yeah, she has a 19-step plan to save the world, and that starts with her going to college because, of course, your girl got to get smarter before she can go out there in the world and change shit, right? So she's trying to apply for these scholarships. She's trying to submit them by the deadline. She got a little sidetracked, as every fucking girly pop does in college. I understand. I'm there with you. I'm here for you. She, for some reason, all of her fucking power, Wi-Fi, etc., goes out in her house, and she's like, all right, time to find a fucking coffee shop. She's running down the block. She's trying to find a coffee shop. She has like seconds to spare with her fucking essay that she has to submit, her scholarship and everything. She finally pulls up to this coffee shop. Guess what? It doesn't have any Wi-Fi. And the barista is like, I'm sorry, babes, we don't have any Wi-Fi here. And she's like, fuck. There's like a library or something like that down the street. So she books it there, submits her essay, submits her scholarship on time. She's got all the letters of recommendations that she needs. She's good. She's got it. Now she needs to relax, right? She needs to take a breather. So she heads back to the coffee shop and she sees the girl that she was talking to earlier, the barista. And she was like, "Hey, girl, do you have anything to drink? Because I drink, maybe not alcoholic, but like just give me something to pick me up, right?" So she orders a pick me up. And at first she's like, "Oh, maybe this is like a flavor or something like that." No, this drink that she finds out later is magically enchanted to literally like pick her up, like give her a boost of energy, like to relax, like literally just like a pick me up to like relax. And I don't know, it's in the fucking name, right? So she's just feeling chilled. Like she's like, all right, everything is good. I'm back to maybe 98% of my like physical well-being. I'm okay for another round, right? So her and this girl, her name is Kat, by the way. We have Brenda, who's the girl that's living in the current universe. She's trying to submit her scholarships, right? We have this other girl named Kat. These girly pops don't know yet about what the fuck they're about to get into. So they're talking, they're hanging out, they're like, "Oh my gosh, you're so cool, you're so awesome, let me give me your number," right? So they exchange numbers. Brenda shows Kat her number, right? She puts it in her little phone, she writes it down, and then vice versa. Kat gives Brenda her number. The thing is, though, it's really weird because Kat's number is a bunch of like weird symbols. Like we have the at sign, we have like a little squiggly heart, whatever the fuck design. We have like, I don't know, forward, back, and up and down slashes. Like she's just like kind of confused. She's like, "Does this girl not know how to do basic grammar and arithmetic and what is it? No, I'm stupid. It's the basic fucking writing that you learn in the kindergarten or preschool or whatever, like basic letters. I don't know. Regardless, she's like, maybe this girl just had really bad handwriting. Maybe she had a hard shift, right? So she goes home. She's trying to decipher this code that Kat has given her, right? And on the same side, Kat is like, okay, well, I guess this girl just uses numbers. That's fine. The thing is, though, these two girls, like I said, they live in alternate universes. They have two different ways of like saving numbers and saving like Brenda has a phone number, right? Kat has like an ID of some sort. And it's kind of like a social security card that every single person in her universe has, but nobody knows this yet, right? So they're like, okay, whatever. These girls are a little quirky. It's whatever. It's cool. She seems fine. Like, let's get to know each other, right? Both of these girls, Kat is texting Brenda, Brenda is texting Kat. The messages are not going through. Girly pops are being left undelivered. And they're like, "Oh, okay, well, I mean, it should be fine. Like, we'll figure it out. We have a date planned for Friday afternoon at whatever the heck time at the coffee shop." Guess what happens? Get this. The thing is, though, I believe we are. Oh, by the way, this is a dual POV. We are going left, right, and center. ADHD is popping. The medication's wearing off, and we're here for it, right? So Friday pulls up. Brenda, I think was the POV that we have. She pulls up to the coffee shop and she's like, "Oh, is this person here? Is Kat working today? Like we have a thing planned." I think she was talking to the manager and she's like, "I just wanted to like go over the homework that we had with her assignment, whatever." But she's making up a lie, right? She's making up a little fib. The coffee shop manager, the owner, is like, "Kat," because I guess there's two Cats now, right? But again, nobody knows this is a miscommunication issue, right? Kat is like, I don't know what she told you, but like we're not giving out free samples. And Brenda's like, "No, no, no. I had plans with her, blah blah blah. I'm supposed to meet her here." And she's like, "Yeah, Kat doesn't work today. In fact, this coffee shop doesn't even open until like next week." And she's like, "Well, what?" She's like, "Yeah, we were literally just working on like renovations and like stocking and freaking furniture, like whatever the fuck you do to like build a coffee shop and fill it with all the decorations and stuff like right. They're barely about to be opening up next week for the grand opening." And so Brenda's like, "Damn, I got stood up." And also, like, what the fuck happened to the coffee shop? This was weird as fuck. So she goes home, goes to her friend. She's texting him. She's like, "Damn, girlies, I just got stood up. Like, what the fuck's going on?" Her girls are like trying to like not placate her, but like cheer her up. She's like, "Don't even fucking worry about that girl. You're too good for her." Like all the good stuff, right? So later down the road, and by the way, Kat's feeling the same shit. She's like, "I thought we were supposed to meet here." She never did. So they both felt stood up. Later, I believe we're back in Brenda's point of view. I want to say like this is like a week and a half, maybe a month later. I forgot the time. I'm not gonna lie. Brenda's running a Target run for her grandma, her mom and her aunties and like the whole thing, right? And while she's at Target, she ends up like, passing the regular stuff. She's like, "Okay, we got bread, we got iPhones, we got what the fuck is this?" I'm not gonna lie, I'll have to look this up later of like what the like what Kat's alternative phone devices thingy like it's called. I'll have it up here somewhere if I remember to fucking put it, which I probably will because I'll be editing this later and I'll be like, let me actually go look for it, right? And so what I mean to say is like Brenda's like passing by these basically like weird iPhone Apple device things, but they're not like what we have, right? So she's used to know iPhone, Samsung, tablet, MacBook, whatever the fuck else, right? In this world, because apparently, like within one aisle and the next, she's passed over into the alternate universe and she doesn't understand what the fuck's going on yet. She's just like, am I being fucking pranked? So she's seeing like all these devices and they have like these magical like notes on them, like input your password and then a fucking magical magician will pop out, or we'll do long distance spells, or like something like that. She thinks she's being pranked. She's like, Halloween isn't anywhere fucking near today. Like, what the fuck's going on? She finds out later. She ends up going to stop by one of these other people that are also in the alternate universe, but again, we don't fucking know this yet, right? So this other regular, I think she's an employee. I think she's also maybe she's either an employee or just like a regular customer. Brenda goes over there. She's like, hey, so like, which model do you recommend? Like, I'm looking for a new phone. My thingy crashed. And she's like, what do you mean a phone? It's called this. Again, I forgot what it's called. I have linked up here. And she's like, what the fuck is that? Like, huh? And so it kind of alternates, not alternates, but alternate universe, right? It kind of pans over to some shenanigans are going on, but also Brenda and Kat end up meeting up. They're like, hey, what happened? Like, hey, what are you doing here? It's Target. Like, what's going on? And also, like, didn't you low-key just send me up the other day? And she's like, no, like, I literally was there, but you were not there. I would finish my shift. This is Kat talking. I finished my shift. You were nowhere to be seen. And Brenda's like, no, like, the coffee shop wasn't even fucking open. So they're like, what the fuck's going on? They look at each other's phone numbers. They're like, what is that? And Brenda's like, what is that? And they're like, we clearly have two different devices that are clearly not anything that we've ever fucking seen before, right? So the thing is also, whatever device that Brenda was holding in her hand to ask the associate slash customer or whatever the fuck she was, like, what like model she recommends, Kat ends up telling Brenda that like the model that she currently had in her hand is like the worst fucking model ever, and that there's so many better ones out there, and that if she just puts in her ID, basically like the phone number equivalent of Kat's world, that like she can help her set up an account and everything. And Brenda has no idea what the fuck's going on. I have no idea. I have no idea what the fuck's going on, and I'm the one trying to explain it, right? So what the fuck are we doing? We're both lost. All of a sudden, get this. All of a sudden, some random event happens, and these wyverns, it gets better. It gets better. Throwing a glass girlies, we're here for you. We're here for you. These little gremlin creature wyvern thingies start storming the store of Target during some like mass event, and like the manager of the store slash associate manager of the store is like on the intercoms being like, um please proceed calmly to the nearest exit. No teleporting outside of this place because something bad will happen because we're doing this like random event, blah blah blah. Meanwhile, the associate manager is like, everybody run! Get the fuck out of here! Some shenanigans on the way. And then the fucking manager takes over and is like, please proceed calmly to the nearest exit. And then also ignore this fucker right here. Like, it's very funny. It's very like, this is supposed to be hysterical. This is supposed to be just like goofy, fun, fluffy times, right? No stakes. The stakes are like literally just sizzling on the grill. Like, we're big chilling, right? So Brenda and Kat end up getting out of that situation, and guess what? Kat ends up accidentally going into Brenda's world, and both of them are like Kat's now seeing that Brenda is not actually crazy. She's just like a little bit like not slow, like they're both slow, low-key. But Kat's like, what is this? Like, these are not the items we were looking for, right? And then Brenda's like, okay, something's going on. Why don't you tell me what the fuck's going on? And Kat's like, well, okay, so listen, we actually have magic in our world, and I think I know what the fuck's going on. You, Miss Brenda, Miss Beautiful Brained, beautiful skinned, just everything about you is so fucking hot, I'm not gonna lie. Besides the point. Let's get back on track, right? So you, Brenda, ended up going into my world. And she's like, huh? The fuck do you mean? What's going on? Like, what? And she's like, yeah, so I think what happened is like during this monosurge, and she's like, what the fuck is a monosurge? And so she goes into this whole thing. Besides the point, I'm gonna yap for God knows how fucking long. I really, really like this book, but like it gets better, right? So because of course. So there are these things in this world called monosurges. It's basically when a bunch of power starts going haywire and weird shit happens, right? There ends up being a way for Kat and Brenda to, well, mostly Kat, to track these like specific events so that they can meet up and go on dates. Yeah, I'm cheesing. This is really fucking cute. And so there's a couple of moments where Brenda ends up getting stuck in Kat's world and ends up like staying the night over at Brenda's house. It's a one bed, and it's so wholesome. There are no spicy scenes. This is closed door. I don't even think they really get to like the end of the base because they're still kids. Maybe technically, I don't know. But regardless, it's so fucking cute. There's this scene where Kat ends up hiding Brenda under the bed because her, not under the bed, under the covers, because I guess like Kat has like a bunch of like stuffies and pillows and everything on her bed, so like it would have been totally fine when her dad walked in. The dad walks in and is like, "Hey, honey, going to bed. You have a wonderful night." She's like, "Yeah, dad. You too. I love you. Bye." You okay? It's so funny. I'm not gonna lie. And there's another situation where Kat ends up staying over at Brenda's house, but it's an actual like sleepover. Like everything was planned, I believe. And so what ends up happening is they start figuring out like the timeline and events of where and when these monosurgeries are going to happen, and they plan their dates around it while also trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. There ends up being like a big baddie at the end, but we kind of find out more. It's kind of like a side plot antagonist, because obviously we're focusing more on Brenda and Kat's relationship. But honestly, I will not lie, this is literally the cutest fucking thing. This is absolutely what the fuck I needed to. What was I even reading at this point? I was reading Throne of Glass. I was reading, what the fuck else did I read last month? It doesn't matter. This is exactly what the doctor ordered. I'm not gonna lie. I was still going through my Throne of Glass hangover, and I was listening to this on audio. I absolutely love that there was dual narration, and I don't know. You definitely got to hear the distinct characteristics between each character as far as their voice, personality, dialect, etc. And also the dynamics between Brenda and her friends, and then also Kat and her friends. It's really cute. I'm cheesing. And so I didn't really want to say much because it is kind of a huge spoiler, but the dragon, all I'm going to say is that the dragon and the cat play significant roles. The cat specifically, there's a scene where where Brenda is trying to teleport because they received, well, Brenda ended up accidentally buying this the little, I don't fucking know. It's whatever the fuck this is, but like the iPhone equivalent and whatever the fuck Cat has, right? And so they end up logging on and they try to like do a teleport spell and it goes horribly wrong, and like basically Brenda is like teleported into Cat's world. But like super far away, and so that I think is why Brenda ends up staying the night with the cat. But the cat, no, the cat, right? Not K-A-T, C-A-T, the gato, right? Ends up coming along, and it's a really fucking cute thing. And then there's another situation where the cat ends up playing another part again, and then the dragon comes. It's, guys, I'm making no fucking sense, but like if you actually read the book, you would understand. I'm just gonna say, yeah, 4.75 stars, highly fucking recommend. The only reason it's not a full 5 stars is because I would love to see more of this world. CB Lee, if you're ever watching this video, hey girl, I literally just responded to your story the other day saying, "Hey, I love that you're in San Diego. My grandparents live there, and like this is so fucking awesome." But like that's not besides the point, right? I'm just a regular ass 38 subscriber person on YouTube that makes no money. Like I'm literally just nobody. I'm just hanging out on the floor of my room, just doing random videos, right? Super hysterical. Yeah, my cat's looking at me super fucking silly, but I highly recommend reading this book. So CB Lee, I don't know when she's going to be stopping, but she is currently doing a little tour in San Diego and doing some signings events. Highly recommend if you're in the San Diego area and if you care to go check her out. I'm not going to be sure where she's at. You're going to have to do some information and stalking yourself, but highly recommend this book. Like I said, 4.75 stars. It's literally just fucking cute and fluffy and like the perfect sapphic read between two girls that are struggling, that are currently going through like new adult life. It's just fucking awesome. And if anybody cared, because I forgot to mention this at the beginning of the video, if you're curious why the fuck I have an ice pack in my breast, your girl got stung by a bee yesterday. You know what's hilarious? The physicians, your PCP, your general practitioner, whatever the fuck you guys call your regular ass doctor, when you go to get your physicals done every year and everything else and do all the whatever the fuck stuff, they will highly recommend that you take at least an hour walk every day. And so, on a beautiful sunny afternoon, around like 1 o'clock to 2, I think was when my lunch break was going on, I decided to take it upon myself to go around Santa Monica. It's beautiful. It's amazing. I was gonna go to Target, pick up some gummy worms and some Takis, and call it a fucking day. On the way there, I'm passing by this house, and guess what? I feel something in the middle of my shirt, and I'm like, oh, maybe it's like a flower or something. Let me just get it out of me. No, it was a bee. And it fucking stung me, and I felt really bad because it ended up flying away with his ass hanging out, literally his fucking intestines just. And so its stinger and its intestines were still stuck in there, and I was like, fuck, man, this is gonna be the pun intended, pun not intended, actually, it was an accident. It's gonna be the fucking worst afternoon ever. I'm gonna hate the next fucking day. And so yeah, exactly, literally a bee sting. If you've ever had it and you're not allergic, I really hope you're not, because that shit is the fucking worst. I hope nobody gets hurt and goes into anaphylactic shock, but because that's a whole event. But if you're not like me and you just get stung by a bee and it's like the worst thing that happens, that's that your fucking skin swells up like a balloon because it has a horrible reaction to bee stings, and just everything is just like, get away, danger. what was I talking about? Yeah, it's just a fucking horrible time, right? So I did all the stuff. I was going to Target anyway, so I got some Benadryl and I got some corticosteroid, some steroid cream to put on it. And so lo and behold, the stinger was also stuck in there, so I had to kind of like scratch it off. And it was a fucking nightmare. And then I proceeded to freak out over some branch because I was reading on my phone, and some other healthcare worker was walking by again on her lunch break, and she starts laughing at me, and I'm like, girl, it is funny indeed because I look stupid, but also you don't understand. I literally just got stung by a fucking bee. And so I'm being precautious. I'm taking precautions. So yeah, with that all being said, I ended up getting, as always, swelling up like a fucking balloon. I currently have a band-aid over my chest because over the entry site, if you will, the stinging site, the stinger site, whatever the fuck you want to call it, because it burns. It fucking hurts. It's swollen, it's itchy, it's irritated. Last night when I woke up in the middle of the night to go pee, I had like the worst pain all over my fucking arm. I felt like I had gotten a shot, and like the next day your arm feels super fucking sore. But also like when I woke up for work this morning to get ready, and I left this morning to get in my car and fucking drive to work and whatever, like I started feeling like some weird tingling sensation and itchy, irritable sensation up going up my neck, and I'm like, fuck, this is gonna be a horrible time. It was actually arm day tomorrow, so I'm actually gonna be having a skipping day on the arm day and just do some fucking runs if I can. It's gonna be a whole situation, but yeah. So cute little bee story. I feel really bad because that bee definitely died. He had a horrible life, horrible last few hours on Earth. Rest in peace, bee. But yeah, definitely stay safe out there. It is beautiful out there for now, at least California weather. Before she decides to get fucking hangry, go into PMS. I think those are the symptoms of the periods and stuff and the hormones and the raging bitch stuff. Anyways, yeah. So yeah, Mother Nature's about to get real mad real quick, and I'm gonna enjoy as much as I can the cozy weather that we still have. But it is a beautiful day to just go out and do some exercise. So I highly recommend just be safe and take some bug off with you, or I don't know, wear a heavy jacket or something like that. But yeah, thank you for letting me yap for God knows how fucking long. ADHD brain is definitely kicked in. I don't know how you guys have caught up with me at this point, and thank you so much for doing so. Comment, no, sorry. Just kidding. Subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss when I upload a brand new video. Comment down below if you have or plan to pick up this book, and if you have any like it and similar, because please, I need more. I need more of the cute, fluffy romances because like this is so cute. I don't mind a good smutty time, but like this is also really just wholesome, and like it just made me cheese up, and I just need more of that in my life because life is too fucking stressful and I need something non-serious to get me through it today. But yeah, I will see you guys next week for a brand new video. Hopefully by the time this video is out, it will be actually next Saturday, so it'll be the 21st when you guys are seeing it. So happy Valentine's Day, everybody. But also the next video, I think whenever the fuck I post it, will be a reading vlog, and we will see how I actually get on with it, because as you guys have seen with past vlogs, I have been horrible at like actually reading the books and like not making it a failed experiment. And so hopefully we'll have a what's the opposite of failed, completed, achieved, I don't know, whatever the fuck type of challenge. We will complete the challenge is all I'm trying to say. But I will stop yapping now, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.